rare that President Trump holds a news conference, but he did it today, issuing the toughest guidelines yet to help stop the spread of coronavirus.
Avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts.
The president now says Americans should plan to stay home for the next several months, saying health experts predict there could be a risk through July or August. For now, he says there's no national quarantine, lockdown, or curfew, and says tests are becoming more available.
We want the test to be available for people who have symptoms, people who have symptoms and are in vulnerable populations, and our healthcare workers.
But the federal government says millions of people aren't taking the warning seriously, saying the U.S. will never get ahead of the virus unless everyone limits contact and stays home whenever possible.
These guidelines are very specific, they're very detailed. They will only work if every American takes this together to heart and responds as one nation and one people to stop the spread of this virus.
Also spreading is worry about the economy, with President Trump admitting today the country may be headed for recession. In Minneapolis, Janelle Klein, KARE 11 News.